Have you ever asked yourself where the world is inside the solar system? Like, where are we? Like, where does the planet sit amongst all the stars? Who knows? Super brain freeze. But an easier question than that is to ask yourself where we sit in the sea of art history. Like, that's tangible, that's man-made. Man-made art, so the history of it, we sit in. Another, sort of framework to dwell on is, where do we live? You know, you live in a house. I guarantee the house that you grew up in is what you define as a house. But for someone that grew up on the opposite side of the world, what they grew up in, they think of as a house, a kitchen, a living room, a roof, a door, etc. Just shit to think about, you know. Whole bullet point is, the world inside it is man-made. It's all metaphoric. Man has flaws. Man loves power. Everything is man-made. And what's more dangerous than that? But as I digress.
So where should we begin? Maybe we should begin at the beginning. Sounds fine to me. Dinosaurs came in all colors. They were creatures with different features, had teeth to eat you. They made beds called nests and laid eggs after they had sex inside them. Whether they ate plants and meters, how you could divide them. In the Flintstones, they used to ride them with tails particularly good for sliding. But in real life, they probably didn't go down like that. They probably didn't sound like that, but maybe close. If we are to believe Noah, they didn't really know how to make boats, and they drowned like that. Via paleontology, fossiliers, how they mostly found like that. Bones in the stones, that's if you soil dig. But if you oil rig, they warm up the homes, power up the cars. In Jurassic Park, it was a zone full of clones. They say they death came from the stars. An asteroid flew down and blowed up the grown. The babies too, the whole family. The entire Brady crew bit the dust like food from the floor. Just imagine, one day, all the crunch of rules was just removed from the store. And not just shooed off the stage, but booed off the tour. If they had lawyers, they could've sued some for sure. Class actions when that happens, you know the rules. Objections sustained, rafter snapping gets overruled. Respect the court, this ain't your condo in Toronto. They ran in packs, Brontosaurus ran in herds. Pterodactyls was the birds. The prehistoric conceptual source of the mighty morphin combo. Word, it gets dangerous. Come hit the museum if you wanna hang with us, but mostly just the skeletons. Now if you wanna use brain case space as a metric for intelligence, then Tyrannosaurus Rex wasn't the smartest of the smartest, but you won one in box with the short arm carnivorous martial artist. You ain't gotta be the sharpest saw to slice the sausage or the largest ninja star in all of Harlem to carve apart into a target. If we arguing, they say they where we get chickens from. So which came first, ancestors or the chicken's son? Skulls, flows, crossroads like tips and thumbs. And Bruce Lee's gi, tell me to freeze, I might kick your gun. Call it surviving the ice age. Reptilian, how old? About 242 million. Post-Cretaceous, the status was basically wiped from the face of our favorite little ball in the skies. Some are small, some are tall, some are crawl, some are fly. But we gotta thank them all, cause without them, we wouldn't have the malls of Dubai. But they also kinda gave us all the climate change. I ain't trying to blame, I'm just saying. Sometimes they go by their science names. Megalosauridia, or Sauropodomorpha, whatever you wanna call them, whether it be Grimlock, Yoshi, or Earl Sinclair. Just remember it one time, this whole world was theirs.
Hoi kids!
I could really use a job. Yeah, you could use a job. You know, a job, you could have a good job. Not just any old job, but a real good job. You know what I'm saying? Any ideas? Well, if I may, look, career decisions can be important endeavors. You gotta take your time, not jump whenever the weather feels a little better. Priorities over pleasure. But there's nothing wrong with incorporating some leisure and other measures so you're not hopelessly tethered to something like a meaningless pursuit. It ain't gotta be necessarily cute, but you want something that grabs you by the roots, right? A love quest so when your thoughts is black, an employer you can enjoy and look forward to that. Kinda like how I look forward to rap, something cool, and you ain't gotta go back to school. Set your own hours, powers and agilities, takes advantage of all of your natural abilities. Something like your dream occupation, a clean obligation and esteemed operation.
Have you thought of modeling? Using your body to sell things on the internet, baby. Have you tried modeling? Using your body to sell things on the internet. Have you tried modeling? Have you looked into modeling? Using your body to sell things on the internet, yeah.
You can do things like tea. You can sell like.
You can even sell me.
Look, now check it. You ain't gotta get automatically naked. You can be real selective, be real protective. There's many different ways that you can model these days. And be real respected and keep still your ethics. Non-erotic pose, still wearing all of your clothes. Let's take a little trip to where modern modeling goes. You'd be surprised. There's Muslim women that just be modeling eyes. McDonald's models that just be modeling fries. Look at these. Buy some from me, please. You're such a tease. Ooh, with extra cheese. Look at you. Satisfying basic human wants and needs. But it's levels to it, there's many other leagues. You can model water bottles to send to children in need, or for the environment and bring attention to bees.
With modeling, using your body to sell things on the internet. Yeah, have you thought about modeling? The wide world of modeling. Using your body to sell things on the internet.
You know, peep it. Modeling has been historically prestigious. Look at Mona Lisa, model. Michelangelo's cousin even modeled for Jesus. That's from the Bible. Fabio was on the cover of novels. Mrs. Butterworth became a whole bottle. So many models on everything that we swallow. Even though banana's nasty, and I ain't mad at Chiquita for providing all that potassium. You know, the Barbizon book has started a lot. You could be one of those haircut models on posters in barbershops, or maybe even one of them catwalk spinners that be swirling like dervishes. So many modeling agencies and services if you think about dabbling. But beware, there's certain agencies that are just on wraps for human trafficking. But don't be scared, you'll be dazzling. European or African, you're modeling.
With modeling, using your body to sell things on the internet. Yeah, have you thought about modeling? The wide world of modeling. Using your body to sell things on the internet. Using your body to sell things on the internet.
With our free book, we'll help set you on a path towards stardom. Get 1 foot ahead of the competition and step right in front of the camera. Men and women of all kinds and all shapes all over the world are sharing their great testimonials of triumphs after receiving our complimentary book. Stand in front of a TV camera with confidence, knowing you have the training to get you started. Remember, modeling can be a difficult job, and we want to help. Start putting your looks to work today.
Been standing in line since Thursday. I heard a rumor they might be dropping them early. Should have them just in time for your birthday. Irrelevant holiday affair. Got one of those 3-leg folding chairs. I am what you call prepared for the camp out. Even then brings the battery powered lamps out. Warm clothes but blanket case it get cold. Corn chips and basic staples to hold. Hunger over to Uber Eats is ordered. Maybe pizza or quesadillas and sopa. Got a little cooler with assorted waters and sodas. Cinnamon sugar coated malasada the odor. Makes me the envy of the line. If not the enemy, not my energy. I'll be spending plenty of time inside the books that I bought. Got audios and regulars. Quite the party goer and reveler.
So, on today's to-do list is to design a pair of running shoes. The goal is, as always, in my work, is to add emotion to inanimate objects. So,
release day is finally upon us, more celebratory than the former. But mixed with bittersweet vibes, most certainly switch to different beats. More policed, like Justinian's Byzantine Christian beliefs. There's a risen rhythm, you can feel it all in the streets, like a marathon or a parade. Poets might wanna pull their pens out like grenades, or that motto for a year and a half, and write down all the tears and the laughs. A shot across the bow of the tyrannous class. Quote from man standing on float. The whole event is just biggest fan channeling dope. I mean, one just feels privileged and esteemed, inwardly serene and spiritually clean. Even the line feels like a team, in stark opposition to a competition for things.
with that, these shoes that we're about to design with words starts with a soul. Not a soul, but a soul, you know, what touches you to earth, that's floating in nowhere, the soul.
Yeah, we're touching signs of equality to match. White kid at the front, let me go first, cause I was black. Said it was only right. He was used to having head starts his entire life. Maybe it was time to step aside like trilobites. Touching, I never forget it like riding bikes. The ordeal starts to spring feelings like guiding light. Permanent villains go about chilling they psychic fights. Nice, and to a buyer's delight. You limited to 2, so that means I'm buying them twice. 1 pair to wear, 1 pair on ice. Aftermarket speculation will surely hike up the price. Call that all in the plans. Feeling like Mike with the ball in my hands. Swear to God, it's like the best game he ever played. I get to wear the first pair possibly ever made.
What does that soul look like? It's soft to run on, but tough enough to withstand the reality of the ground, or the reality of the context we're living in. That's the soul. Let's just call it black.
Yeah, I get applause as I step outside the pop-up. The shop resembles the unfinished house he was in before they shot us. We fell down, then we got up. Pick pock up, pick nip up. This the type of tripping that scuff kicks up. Traditionally, creases was a style to refuse, but now they represent every mile in your shoes. Any mud on your soul gets toweled and removed. It's like I'm retracing every trial, know it took strength. Giant steps, flowers growing out of the footprints. Liberation, here's your invitation. It's a relay race, continuation. Get the baton and keep bringing it back. As string theory means we'll keep being attached. Last thing, this is something of a sight. Even when you take them off, they keep running for your life.
You know, can withstand multiple beatings by the ground, but it's tough enough to continue on. That's the soul. Now there's an upper on top of that soul. The upper is made of leather, or maybe knit, or maybe both. You know, that soul and that upper combined by stitches leaves for a dynamic enclosure around the foot. There's a tongue, there's even shoelaces. You know, those shoelaces, they are literally as elastic as a rubber band, but as tough as links of steel. Just call it chain links. So here we have the shoe taking shape. There's a logo on the side. Fill in the blank of your favorite one. They're all man-made, it's all good. But this shoe, these Air Ahmads, or these Air Aubreys, are starting to take shape now. You know, they connect man and earth. They allow you to run. That running is freedom. Accelerated heart rate by design, through design. Air Ahmad, Air Aubrey. What color are these shoes? The upper of these shoes. Maybe white, maybe black. Pick your favorite. But, you know, the world's black and white anyways, so might as well limit the whole color palette to that. Signed, Virgil Abloh. In quotes, of course. Oh yeah, there's a red zip tie on this thing. It makes it our own. It's tied into a history of art that's now. Copyright 2020.
Yo. I got this beat off Twitter. Show you how I did it though. First, I took a screen record. Went to GarageBand. Then I had to export the QuickTime file for audio only. Then I dumped it in the band. Looped it up. Hope you understand. That's just process. Now, currently I think about what to say. Okay. Another day in coronavirus. Hope we never touch like papyrus and a stylus. Old school meets new school. Don't wanna waste your time or skirt the issue like a tutu. I was thinking of moving the IG live over to YouTube. Reporting live from the scene like a news crew. As you view the ship-shaped carnival bar, even the crews knew who's who. Prove 3, that's what you do when there's nobody else left to prove to. Virgil, right? Lupe on my Lupe. We go back like Just Blaze made beats for the two-way. Back then I used to do it for the hoorays. Last night I posted up a pic of me, Cole, and Toure at the Grammys with the matriarchs of our families. Every once in a while a rapper asks how can he become Sosa like Sammy. Rest in peace Fred, rest in peace Versus. I hope you're both wrapped around some wings like the recipe at Church's. Levels, y'all were both 2-piece specials. Peace. That might have been too deep for them devils. Shoulda never gave us shovels. Don't kick pebbles at rebels without schedules. Lyrical stickler, young Riddler from Chicago, the Midwest, and they don't get no middler. That Last Dance looking Mike, Judge Mathis look alike. Kid and play at that house party. Just know that my foot is like Laurie from Planet Self-Explanatory. It's all love, but sometimes you gotta chastise the shorties. Go in the house, kids. Essential ventures only, and mask over the mouth, kids. And if you didn't know me, call me Rap Anthony Fauci, that blackety grouchy mouthpiece. Ramadan breath, prayer rug pointed at Saudi. Tuck it in and square up, get reacquainted with your hairbrush. Cause Andrew's a barber, that don't mean he giving haircuts. That landed suitably, worded beautifully. They heard that I was sick, now they heard immunity. Choose wisely. You can use this time to be in shape or eat a cake. Tonight I might post a picture of me and Drake. You gon' have to see and wait. Make do and eat a date. Peace. War, I guess cause it's on the album I gotta give you more like it's Islamic Spain and other chocolate rain. To see the vein like Narcissus in the mirror. I peep the game like cartridges and ARF switches. Freezes and glitches, I channel 3. The trilateral commission is more my speed until it soft lock. Let's flip a golf plot. My drive is for you to put your face in a hole like ostriches. If you got a cough, so LF95 is like a Cough drop meets Kafka meets Bane. That's a birdie. Let's keep playing. Bird box on a sunken ship full of coins. Let's seek change. Enough raps, let's teach names. Lupe on the lyrics, of course. The phenomenal Kalen Ellis on the music. This has been House. I'd like to thank Chris Torres, Graham Dog, Graham Burris, Virgil Abloh, Scott Gelati, Ricky Kim on the cover art, Abel Garibaldi on the mix. This project is dedicated to the life and living memory of Peter Gelati and all those who have passed during this time. Stand out.